The suppression of dissent in Bahrain hasn't ended. On Saturday, 2 American citizens were arrested in the kingdom. They were there as international observers. One of those arrested was civil rights lawyer Radhika Sainath, who joins us now live from New York. Briefly, actually, first of all, tell us the circumstances of your arrest.
Well, I was attending a nonviolent democracy protest in downtown Manama, Bahrain's capital, when the Bahraini police started firing tear gas and sound percussion grenades at protesters and in the air, and people started fleeing the effects of the tear gas. And I was tweeting about it and ran with the protesters as they were getting tear gas and choking on the fumes. And shortly after, as people started regrouping, my colleague Huwaida Araf was arrested. And I could see that she was being surrounded by Bahraini riot police, and I stepped back and tweeted a few pictures of her arrest when I was surrounded by Bahraini police, asked for my passport. They just wanted to look at my name, and when they read it, they said, they checked their BlackBerries and they said, that's her in Arabic. And I was arrested and thrown into a van, and I wasn't told what I'd been doing wrong. I was not asked to leave. I was just arrested pretty much.
So what happened next? As an American citizen,
could think of.
Was there more concern shown towards you? Were you able to get U.S. consular access? How did they treat you?
You know, my treatment was appalling, even for an American citizen, but nowhere as close as to what I would have faced if I was Bahraini. And I was actually told by the police, "You're lucky you're Indian." They thought I was Indian. I don't think they immediately knew I was American. But I was afforded access to the U.S. consulate. However, I was handcuffed for 7 hours with my hands behind my back on the deportation plane ride home. We weren't allowed food. And was told when I asked if I could use the restroom, you can go to the bathroom on yourself. And I think this is pretty appalling, you know, even if we are American citizens.
What do Bahrainis say then about the U.S. reaction? Clearly, a great deal of speeches being made here in Washington about what's happening to people in Syria. Not so much on Bahrain. What do Bahrainis say about this? How do they view the U.S. intentions for the region?
Bahrainis are well aware of the United States' double standard, and Barack Obama's saying one thing and then doing quite another. They're very intelligent people, but you don't have to be very smart to see the tear gas canisters saying "Made in the USA" that are being fired at close range at your head. And even though now the new tear gas canisters are black and you don't see the "Made in the USA" there, they are well aware of the U.S. support for the regime through arms deals and Barack Obama's attempt to try to get this $53 million aid package through. And they want to know what's wrong with our country and what's wrong with our president for saying one thing and saying they support democracy and human rights, but not putting their money where their mouth is when it comes to Bahraini democracy and Bahraini human rights.
Radhika Sainath, thank you very much.
Thank you.